Hey everyone, this is Randy again with Olympus Strong. In this video series, we're going to talk about can you break the narcissistic code, narcissists in general. I wanted to do this because this kind of touches home with me a lot. It kind of sparked the whole me finding myself. And this is when I started to evaluate everything, all my issues and stuff that I hid. A lot of people I think have a misconception of a narcissist. If you don't really know what one is, I would probably advise you to Google it because you'll be very surprised. And a lot of you might even realize that you're one of them yourself. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been around one, had relationships with one, and they're not pleasant. Believe me. And I was on the other end giving it. But so let's just dive into it. I'm going to get part of the relationship and stuff and some of the issues that I've seen and everything. I might jump around a lot, just be patient. So the relationship I'm talking about, when we first was together, it was fucking awesome. I mean, we instantly clicked, everything was going right, and everything I said I was going to do, everything I had intentions of doing in the beginning, I planned on it. And you know, don't get me wrong, we had problems in a relationship like every relationship does, but towards the middle of it or stuff, I mean, things kind of attributed to it and all this, but some of the stuff that I didn't address in my past relationships and my youth and stuff started creeping its head up, and it kind of, you know, veered towards a narcissistic way. That a lot of people don't realize that when they're in a relationship, you know, a relationship takes work every day. The old saying is you should try every day what you do being in a relationship. A narcissist doesn't feel that way. I'll give you some examples of stuff. There was instances that we would get into arguments and stuff, and I would blame it on them, or I wasn't in the wrong. A lot of times it was always their fault. She would come to me and want me, just me, to comfort her, and I was too busy doing something else. Like I didn't show empathy on stuff. There'd be, and honestly, when you think about it, who does that? I mean, if someone comes to you and says, you know, can you come down and lay with me, and you don't do it, I mean, there's issues there. And a lot of narcissists don't realize that they are doing it, or they don't realize that they are. And they don't realize the damage that they do to the other person. And that's the biggest thing, is the damage they do. But this person loved me unconditionally. I mean, I couldn't really even complain about anything. I mean, we did have our issues and stuff, but I couldn't. And then looking back on it, like a lot of arguments and stuff stemmed from me not giving a shit. It's not me not giving a shit because I did. It's me having these traits. And then, I mean, it just fell apart. And I feel sorry that she had to go through this. You know, I mean, because it is not pleasant. I mean, just some of the stuff that I did, I mean, like I said, every fight was her fault. Every time she wanted any comfort or something, once in a while I might do it. I was always say one thing, do one thing. I didn't respect any boundaries. We said we wouldn't go to this point, and I always did. But I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't realize at the time when this thing was going, and slowly but surely it was tearing her apart. And it was destroying her. The thing about it is you read all this stuff when you get labeled a narcissist, like they're gonna come back to you, try to refill their narcissistic tank and do all this stuff. When you get labeled as a narcissist, you are gonna have, if you want this person back, it's probably not gonna happen because that's what they do. I believe that people can work on it, get better. I know that I am, but it's a choice. And like towards the end of the relationship, I knew something was wrong with me. And before I was brought to my attention, I was already going to seek help. But the thing about it was, it's a little too late. So we're going to end this first part of it. I'm going to go do another part real quick, and then I'll get a little more deeper into it. So go ahead and hit number 2. Thank you.